All right, thank you so much. Here are the programs to write on your television, independent TV, and we are looking at the gale of defection, if you like now, or political defection in Nigeria, and of course asking the big question, is this a way of surviving politically or just the normal political development that you get to see? But one worry about all this is that the way, people have talked about it, that political defection, they lubricate, if there's any word like that, and the frequency at which our politicians defect, it is an attestation of the very weak political structures that we have in Nigeria. Well, to look at all this this morning with us, we're so privileged to have Osahon Obaraye join us on the program live this morning. Mr. Osahon, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, my brother. It's been a while.
All right,
Thank you
so let's also let you know that we're expecting Dr. Peter Waibi. He's going to be joining us via Zoom from the UK this morning. So when we get a connection, when we get him on board, we'll let him be on the set so that we also hear what he has to say. Now, Osahon Obaraye, we've seen a recent political defection in the country. The Delta State Speaker defected to the All Progressives Congress. And of course, the recent of it all now is the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Blessing Agbebako, that just defected yesterday from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, the APC. Now, what people are saying is that this is just a common show of how weak our political structures are. I don't know whether you concur with this statement.
Yeah, definitely, my brother. Just as you said, it's not something to really be happy about, but the truth be told, is also one of the political ingredients to prepare a very good political meal. Defection is a part of the syllabus you are supposed to study in the Nigeria form of politics.
So each time your meal does not look promising, you defect?
I have not told you if your meal does not look promising, you should defect. But I've told you it's one of those gale of politics. If this is journalism. If ITV was in a safe place for you, you might also find your way to a sister station to also look for greener pasture. So by the time you see on your own that the party you are in, the foundation is cracking, and you've done all your best, you can see that there is being porous, division here, division there, division there, and you know that if you don't also stand well, you are going to get crash on the whole system. It's better for you to run away for some people, but for some like us, we don't see that as a welcome development. For me, as Osahon Obaraye, why? Because some of us have been static, political static, for a very long time. We want to also let people know that with or without position, if you believe on a cause, there's no need to change. But you cannot say because Osahon Obaraye has believed on that narrative, then my brother, maybe Valentine, should believe on that narrative. No, it's not a must. I get it now. We are not playing politics in America, where you see generations unborn is being described as a Democrat, Republican, continuously for about 50, 70 years. We are talking about politics in Nigeria, where it's still like the crawling stage. So some people don't see that as an issue first. What they just see is how can they see and be in a place to make sure everything is okay. I'm sure that you said the Speaker of Delta State House of Assembly. We have the Governor of Delta who have never ever decount before. You also have the Vice Presidential as candidate to the Atiku Abubakar, who has also never done something, decamping. So it goes to tell you that maybe they've seen that this place they've been since 1999 is at the verge of collapsing. So as a political tactician, if I sit here and collapses, that is my political end. Because these are politicians, they are not journalists, they are not doctors. I get it, they are not agricultural, they are not farmers, they are politicians. So whatever it takes for them politically to remain static, they want their best to do it.
Now, also, when you say that these are politicians, we are not arguing that. We're looking at individuals and perhaps persons that carry a large amount of the philosophy of a group of people. Blessing Agbebako is from a constituency in Edo State. Now, his constituents, members, his constituency believed in him, and they believed in the philosophy that he told them. Perhaps they believed in the manifesto of the party that he was then, the PDP, and of course they voted for him. Now, this same constituency now, their approval probably has not been sought before they start defection. How do we begin to manage and marry all this together?
I think I will not want to accept that, because I was privy and privileged to be part of this process. About 3 days ago, we were all together at Poti, and his ward chairman, leader, the structure from where he was. I've not met them before. We were at the poolside and we were introduced to each other. Not 8, not 11, but the structure, the political structure from where that's where he sits down, his unit. I saw them, not somebody asking me.
And his constituency?
Yes, and the man is old. He does not walk well. He lives on one leg, but an old man, fair in complexion. I get it now. He was not in APC, PDP. Following him yesterday to the camp. I saw them. So if for his position, it would be risky for him not to let his people know. That is one. Secondly, you should also know that his people will want to remain relevant if the campaign will also save him for the position. Because without that position, the people will not get something.
Now,
I get it now.
Yeah.
So if he's impeached and he becomes a floor member in that house, the people will suffer the more. So the people might also advise him to say, if this is the best route for you to lead, so our people will be relevant, please go ahead. Because the reason is that, apart from few of us, let's say not many, not 2-3%, nearly everybody has the count. Nearly everybody, starting from the article. The only person we call the last man standing is maybe the president. That has not, you're just in your podium, living here to live in there. So it's one way or the other for them to remain relevant.
Now, I don't try to justify this whole thing, because what we see is that we're looking at a situation whereby it looks as if that political parties revolve around the local government chairman, it revolves around the governor, and of course it revolves around the president as it is in the country now. Now, perhaps it is because we have Bola Ahmed Asiwaju as the president, and he's the APC, and of course that's why we begin to see this mass defection into the All Progressives Congress. I mean, at that defection yesterday, we saw whereby the governor of Edo State, Senator Modu Okpebholo, was making praises to the president, that all that we're seeing in Edo State today, it is because we have Asiwaju as the president. Anyway, that's a discussion for another time. But let's focus on what we're saying now. Now, what do you think of this whole scenario? That it looks as if political parties are built around, specific individuals. Because that the individual is the governor, then of course every other person will have to be in the party of the governor.
Yeah, thank you so much. You just told me not to justify what is justifiable. If we are discussing journalism, I would take keen interest to listen to you. Yeah, I've been in politics plus or minus over 24 years. So if I was in the civil service, I think I should be in the director cadre now as I speak. So if you are telling me not to justify what I already know, I understand, you also try to listen to my own side. Because we are not talking about, if we were talking about my real estate business now, you say different, but this is politics that I know. Even when you called me midnight, I will tell you, okay, this is how it goes. You cannot run a party in Nigeria without not being in government. Don't let us come here to come and tell you cannot run a political party successfully in Nigeria without being in government.
So what are you saying now, that political parties in opposition now in the country that are not in government, they are not being run successfully? Is that what you're saying?
Just, if you try to also listen, you get me. Government does just not mean governor. Government does just not mean president. You can see that you still have some few labor structure in Edo because of the Senate and one rep or the other. So you have some, because that is a labor thing. But you cannot hear of ANPP or SDP in Edo in any form when there is nothing moving. You cannot. So, but you will hear of PDP and APC because they, in one way or the other, have people in authority. In one way, House of Assembly, Rep, Senate, whatever it be, who is seen as a leader. Nigeria's politicians don't know what it takes to have a party going. My brother, if you decide to bankroll a party today that can win councillorship or House of Assembly, you will need a minimum of $1 billion. Minimum. So you can't get that sitting here to say ideology, philosophy, this, that, justifiable. It can't work.
It then now means that the governor probably fund his political party with taxpayers' money. That's what you're saying.
Even if he funds it with, does the governor not have security vote? Does he not have other phenomenon? Does he not have commission?
Exactly. That's yeah. The security vote you talked about now. Yeah. Now the security.
Does he not have salary? Does he not have? If I become a governor today and you come here to, must I give you money for my pocket? Me sitting there alone is already money to you.
But you and I know that the governor's salary is not enough.
No, listen, don't let us talk as if maybe we are kindergarten. Listen. You cannot put words into my mouth. Even if I want to tell you it's taxpayers' money, who holds the money? So don't put it. Yeah, listen. No, I don't always match you. Just listen. Try to listen. Telling me the governor, you are just trying to, what you know. If at your age, you don't know that this is what it takes, and you are not asking me to put it, you can see maybe you are. Listen, there are words we respond to. Even if you know, and I know, there are questions we don't need to start asking each other. To say, does the governor, how will the governor run a party? Who's supposed to run a party? Is it me and you that will now say, okay, let's run it? Don't you know what it takes to form a party?
Yeah, also, I have not been a politician, but I know that I've been issue before now. Perhaps it's only recently that the whole dynamics changed. Those days, I understand that political parties were funded by donations levied.
No, Evans. You are talking about the days of Azikiwe and Co. Don't take. Since 1999, who funds party? There are questions we need to ask so that people will understand what we are teaching them. Don't let us pretend as if we are talking in UK or talking in one channel or outside this country. We are talking in Nigeria, not just Nigeria, Edo State. This is what you know, I know, all of us know. You're asking me who does this? No, we know.
But don't you think that's what is bringing us to where we are today now? Whereby a situation whereby, because the governor belongs to a political party, because of the financial muscle of the governor, and of course he funds other parties. So just because of that, now every other person runs to the government belongs.
Yeah, which other person now we want to bring us our money from the pocket? Where does the person work to run a party? I'm asking you now.
I don't know.
You don't know that. So I'm telling you how it goes. If you don't know, you allow me to tell you. And when the person tells you, just like if I come here, you tell me this chair you are sitting will shock you. I don't need to test it. Because if it's your fear, I don't need to test it to say, let me see if it will shock me. Because if it shocks me, I'm gone. If it does not shock me, the fear will be there.
So are we going to consider like this?
That is what I'm saying. I said politics is creeping. If you listen to the way I started, I said we are not playing politics in America where you have generations unborn being noted that say this is a Republican and a Democrat. I said that when we started. Did I tell you I'm clapping or happy for them? Have I said that? But are we in the system? Yes. It's like somebody in the school, you say, I was in Nepoma when Nepoma was being accorded as one of the second worst universities in the world. Did that give me the privilege of becoming a courtist? Never. So are you not saying, was he also good? Did I see people killed? Did I see people joining? So we also know that this thing is not good. Yes. Is it not better? Yes. Will it be better? Oh, yeah, we are happy. If people like you also leave and start playing politics with this your sanity and everything, maybe to change. We've left politics for people to decide the pace. We are here sitting and complaining. I don't want to. Who people the people that have left their garage bus to drop it and do it, they are giving decision. We are saying, is it supposed to be like this? No. Anyway. If we want to change the narrative, we all put us together to say, okay, we are going to be there. Look at the OB factor that everybody shouted, OB. We had over 3 rep, and the Senate. Where are they today? Is it Obayo that went there? Was it not people that have started? They want change. They saw it. Where are the people they voted for? Where are the terrain? So politics is not about long sermon or long English. Politics is all of them 80%, 90% for their stomach. So I'm not telling you I'm happy. I've never decamped in my entire life. I was deregistered in PDP after serving as citizen for 8 years. With Izeyamu, late Captain Osako, we were deregistered. And that's how we went to form this party we have today.
Let us
so no, the reason why I'm telling you is that some of us have that integrity to say even if we have and we don't, we will remain here. We have it. Must everybody have it? No. Must everybody act the way I'm acting? No. So if everybody does not also sound intelligent the way you are, yeah. So I would not say is that person not a journalist? No. We also have some people that speak pidgin English all through to send message to their people, and people listen to them. But Evans does squeeze English and people listen. But are they in Nigeria? Are they journalists? Yes. So this is politics where you have more people that are more looking for their stomach first than the people that has integrity. Not that you don't still have them inside. You have. I just also pointed out one at you that we have somebody up there who has never become the one is also seated with you here. I will not say everybody is the same. No, I'm not happy with it because the reason why we are not happy is that now that they have come, if I was seated here before as the third or fourth in my place as a leader, as a speaker, the changes, the shift, he need to sit because of his position. So it goes back again. So if you were in number 4 before, the ladder goes, you drop down maybe to number 11 because of these people that came, they are in.
Okay. Now, help us also to speak to what we understand may come up very, very soon, because that is already brewing up. In our papers this morning, we saw a certain individual that was trying to talk about it. Now, what do you make of this belief that, hey, the political party is a structure, there's no doubt about that. But what do you believe of this? What do you make of this belief that, hey, I got here before you, no matter how political relevant you think you are, no matter the financial muscle that you are bringing into this political party as it stands now. But I got here before you. And of course, before you know it, all these are tendencies that can make even the so-called big popular political parties, all these are tendencies that can make such a party to go down. The way some persons may be thinking about the All Progressives Congress now.
No, definitely. I don't sound as a doom person. Don't let anybody shy away from you. I'm a politician, I've told you, if a political professor was seated there, I would lecture him on physical politics, not holding biro or pen in a class. Physical politics.
The politics on ground.
On ground, I would teach him. Yes, I would teach him that. There is, if Tinubu produces a successor, then we do under 8 years. Politically, that will be the last life of APC. I don't sound that's the last calculate it from PDP. PDP started in 1999, and somebody boasted they're going to stay for 60 years. Yes, and Obasanjo gave it to Yar'Adua, who passed the baton to Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan didn't run it, coerced, APC came, Buhari, Tinubu, 8 years. If they don't also do it well, it gets crashes. Why? Everybody is not here. Everybody runs back to where the food is. That is just the way 80% of this set of people were in PDP. Also calculate when Obaseki was the governor here. It was the campaign to his place where so that they can control themselves. Now it has changed. Everybody is also running down here. So if we don't also as a political party manage victory and success, we also get crashed. It's,
in other words, manage the kind of entrance and the amount of entrance that you have.
Yes, entrance and entrance and the way we will now say, okay, Evans, go and sit there. This person that just came, we are all one. When you now know that this person has been in top life for the past 8 years in that place, you have been
in a position.
Yes, in that place. You have been in the dark. Now you just saw the light. Somebody tell you to go back again to that darkness. Let this person continue. There's no way inner you will be happy. Even when you start at the podium to pretend you are happy. Inner you. Because you also know that this person don't come again. Not be this person talk that they say me not good. I heard the person is here again, they are telling you everything's one brother together, this one together. Are you getting it now? So by so doing, we start gathering momentum of party failure. So if we don't also joke, if we want to joke with it to say, it happened year before. It happened. When we also joked with power and Obaseki left. Are you getting it? Even though we are the federal, the hunger was small. Because federal will pick 1, 2. Federal cannot bring what we take 50 people once in Edo, 100 people once in Edo. But the governor can, in 1 or 2 ways, bring what can take about 500 persons in Edo. And if 500 persons in your party get something, it goes to show that everybody's happy. Are you getting it? So it goes to show that if we also don't manage it, we will be the one to suffer. Them, because most of them don't have another address. Their only address is politics. That is also what you see. So if they have the idea to say, okay, let's think outside the box to say this is what can also be beneficiary to me if no longer I have this position. If anybody start thinking towards that, you can have the authority to say, even resign. How many politicians have you seen in Nigeria that say, okay, because of this embarrassment of order, even though I am in or not in, because somebody told me that Evans, this is what, for me to just clear myself, this resignation letter, how many have you seen? Maybe since 1960, not up to 5. Is that what it's supposed to be? No. Okay. Are you saying they don't know? Are you saying they don't travel to see what is good outside? They go to see outside. Are even the people who are supposed to talk the more are not the leaders of the governors or co. They are the followers who, on your own, sing praises for you even when they know you are going disarray, just because of one position or other, because of crumbs on their table. Tomorrow, Evans, if you become a politician and God blesses you, you are now a governor, a local government chairman. Nobody will tell you again any defect about you. Okay. Excepting the likes of us who are bold to know that we are not going to beg you anything. We'll tell you, my brother, don't pass through this place. What you are doing now is wrong. I get it. That maybe when I leave you, I'll tell you, I say they talk, not say they just tell you finish. Just make sure you don't give any position. Then you now sit down because the place is comfortable for you to say, you don't let him come again. Maybe when else I call you, you bounce my call. I come to your gate, you say I should go back. I go back. And after about 3-4 years, you come and say, I just regret that thing when they tell me because it will say I add that will not be here today.
Now, let's look at this whole thing. We are really not centering on Blessing Akpebako so that it won't be as if maybe we're using him as to buttress our point. But we've seen a series of the campaign recently. What people ask or what people believe that, oh, okay, these are ways that these persons could survive politically. I mean, take for example, in Edo State now, the campaign of Blessing Akpebako yesterday now makes it 16 members of the All Progressives Congress as against 18 members, I beg your pardon now, because we have 24 of them, 24 of them, so 18 members of the APC as against 6 members of the PDP. So as it stands now, the All Progressives Congress, APC, is at the majority in the Edo State House of Assembly. But what do you make of the survivor belief that, hey, this is for their survival, this is the way they can survive, in all of this political imbroglio, as it's been standing to be. What do you make of that?
Yeah, if you watch during when I started, I already told you that it was 1 or 2 ways for them to remain relevant. I said so that something can still pass down to their people. We had one of them yesterday who was supposed to come and decamp. He attended 1 or 2 meetings and he didn't come to Butaho yesterday. Are you getting it now? So that is one. For him, I'm quoting here, which you can take to the bank. Blessing Akpebako is going to be speaker till he finishes his tenure. Yeah, put it on in capital letter. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, from the look of things now, his party, the APC now, is in the majority. Yeah. So there's no way to fear anything like impeachment anymore.
So you can see that if he had remained, there would have been no way the process in that house continues with him parading himself as a speaker. If that was already a gunpowder that would have exploded at any given time. So for him to also see that, okay, let me remain relevant, let me quickly come. You cannot get 18 to 24 and still say you are parading yourself. On your own, you see that you resign or you decamp. So maybe you didn't want to go to the route of resignation. Let me go to the route of decamping. So, man see snake, woman kill him. The main issue is for the snake to be killed. Right. I get it now. So, passing here and see that if I go through here, I'll still be here, but I will not be just a member. But if I go through here and I'll still be here, I'll be speaker. Let me go through here, provided here and the speaker. So, to me, it's a welcome development. These are not strangers to me.
Now,
these are my close friends.
So, yeah, this whole politics of survival, how does it transcend to politics of development? I mean, how? I mean, that's what the ordinary man wants to do.
Yeah, it's entirely. If there is peace in the House of Assembly, that's development ongoing itself. If there was no peace there, and the place was being destroyed, everything, the roof torn, gravel, closing the door, that would not, there's no way peace can be there. Look at what happened in Port Harcourt River State.
Sorry, Mbara, a whole lot can and a whole lot may be going wrong. I mean, peace does not necessarily transmit to development. I mean, people may be doing the wrong thing. You know, I mean, for the fact that everybody is complacent about it, so nobody says anything, there is peace, and the ordinary man on the street suffers.
No, for our age, for me and you, peace is number one. Don't ever say it again. Yes, don't joke with peace.
Even when things are wrong?
Don't joke. I said don't joke with peace.
Yeah, and I ask you, even when things are wrong?
No. Leave politics now for both of us. When it comes to peace, don't joke with it. Whatever will give you peace. If sleeping, lying down here will give you peace, first of all, get peace. If you don't get peace, there's no way you can move there. So peace on its own is development. If you don't have peace, there's no way development will come. I'm not sure. Maybe I've been in a place where there was no peace. And I'm in a place where there is peace. So I can compare the development that was there and the development that is here. I'm saying mine. So for that, peace is development. It's in tandem. It goes together. Are you getting it now? A man that has peace at home, or so a woman that has peace at home, if you see the person outside, you would know. If there was no peace, I would be sweating unnecessarily here. Because even when I'm talking, I'll be thinking if I go home today, there's going to be problem at home. But if I know there is peace at home, I'll talk comfortably, no issue. So peace in tandem to development. That is my own take. And how does it affect the common man on the street? If the governor does not have peace with the House of Assembly or issue, it affects the people on the street very well. It also affects the members himself. Without peace, I have been an individual who didn't have a member in the House of Assembly for 4 years. I cast my vote for Honorable Peace Okabe, who was not called the day others were bundled into the House of Assembly and sworn in midnight, where some even wore boxers and slippers.
Yeah, but he had a House of Assembly.
No, don't worry. And that 4 years, I, Usama Kwabai, did not have a representative. So I didn't see one thing, one development in my community. Will there be peace there when there was none? There was not. Truth be told, for 4 good years, no, there was nothing.
Because
sometimes
I know your constituency very well. For the fact that you didn't say doesn't mean that there was none.
No, where's my constituency?
I know somewhere around Oedo West, if I get that correctly.
Where? Oedo West? Where? Just where?
Somewhere around First Circular area.
So you can see you don't even know it. So just leave it. Since you don't know it, my place is at New Benin.
Okay.
Ward 7. Okay. Which is the second largest ward after Ward 2 in Oedo.
Anyway, let's
get it. So I lost it there for 4 years because of one way of finding peace, both parties. So I don't want us to go back to that generation, that time where peace was not found, that time where taking kids to school you cannot pass through Ringwood, that time where people were mobilized to block or start, that time where we go to airport and shoot if somebody is coming, that time where we say Evans will not enter Edo today. If he enters, everyone will fall. And if Evans really enters, truly either one or two people go down. So that time is past. There is peace here now. Truth be told, there is peace.
Even with all these insecurity reports here.
No, Evans.
But that is true. Yeah. Because each time you call my name, it appears maybe I've lived all my life.
No, that is how I call name. That's how I call name.
I know.
We are talking together now. We are talking now.
Yeah, we're having a conversation.
Yeah, conversation, both of us. So I don't need to call Jennifer. I'll call.
Because most things, for a lot of persons now, Benin is not a place that I cannot tell you even with my two eyes closed. I mean, the amount of insecurity that we're experiencing now, we may not have had it before. I'm not saying that the state governor is not trying. He's doing, with the latest of, saying that, hey, if you are caught, your premises, demolished and all that and all that. I mean, that's a very good one. But what we're saying is that the way things are going, we never had it like this.
Yeah, you say Benin. Which of the insecurity you're talking about? Which one of the
insecurity of lives?
Which one? No, which one? We have two.
Kidnapping is there.
Yeah.
The armed banditry is there in Edo State.
Yeah.
You hear there are some parts of Edo State that you cannot travel to now.
Yeah.
Even if you go, you have to be very careful. The state governor is on top of it. There's no doubt about that. But what we're saying is that the way things are now,
you didn't add the third one, courtism.
Courtism. The fear that people live in now. We've never had it like that.
You've never had it like that.
Yeah.
I think on this one, I cannot even believe this. Yeah. Because I think the time ITV lost my friend at SCJ on whether Xmas Eve or 2 days before Xmas, if truly we're on the street, you will know that was one of the worst courtesy fight that has ever happened in the history of the state. As a street person, I can tell you how many times, and that was the worst. We had over 40-something persons down, 40-something. We count. They have never been like that again. It has never happened again. That was like them versus the world. So that was why you saw so many people that belong and didn't belong. This one that you just saw, since the governor came, I think is mild when we come to courtesan fight. On that of the other ones you are saying, the insecurity is not what we should clap hands for. Yeah, I'm not clapping hands for anybody. But why will I clap hands for this governor? For the first time we've seen a governor that decided to fight back. It has never happened in the history of governance. Others we've had called them to say, Evans, come, how are we going to settle your boys? This is 100 million, take, go and settle them, we don't want to fight again. Take, this is 50 million, we don't want to fight again, please. Begging. This is the first time you are saying, everyone will fall, I will strike. This is the first time. A man using what he knows as I'm the governor, I will strike. They are all my friends, and they are saying, this one, I really is out. This is the first time too you are seeing them going to court to challenge.
There are insinuations and allegations that these fights, they are somehow politically motivated.
No, if you say that, Evans, it will be...
I said there are insinuations, there are allegations.
No way. If you decide to arrest me for an issue that I don't know about, that is political. If I know about an issue and I'll be arrested, my friend Kola was released yesterday after about...
Be careful with the way we mention names.
Yeah,
because those guys are not here.
Yeah, my friend. I didn't say somebody. My friend was released yesterday, and we'll be having series of meetings. What did he do? He wanted to make a protest. He did not on the last day of May. He did not. And it was held by DSS. And we had meetings, 1 or 2. And yesterday, when this protest continued, he was released. was that not intelligent to understand that there is something going on? Why was Osahon not arrested? Because he's a friend. I think I would have been arrested or called upon to say, your friend is a caller, come, you pour one, you pour a civil society form. No. Was he arrested? Yes. Why? His Facebook page used in saying what was not did not happen. So if you decide, if I go home now, the governor mark my premises, and I know I'm clear and free of it, my primary constituency will protest against it because they know it, that this person, 2 or 3 occasions that have been arrested, the people that come to the station to say, no, we know a panel, they do anything. A panel, no. Even when, this one, because they know this person. But there are some people that, if I call you that I'm arrested, I know you will come because you know this person. Yeah. But there are people you will not want to even answer when they call you. So away from that, we must know that whatever he's doing, there's a trace. He's the number 1 security officer in the state.
He is.
So if you see him,
get your last, because of our time now, let me get your last word on what we are looking at generally. I mean, political defection in Nigeria, and of course, whether it is a political survival or political development. Quickly, just rock it.
The two in tandem. The two in tandem is, one is pounded yam, one is obolo soup. I get into if you really enjoy pounded yam and obolo soup, it's well prepared, because if you don't survive politically, the development is lost. Okay. For you to first of all survive politically, you must first of all calculate your own to say, how am I going to survive politically? Those now that still lives in PDP in Edo, except they have part B of what they do, surviving the next 4-8 years is going to be very politically, I'm not saying as an individual, politically to be relevant in the next 8 years, it's going to be very dicey. How are you going to be relevant? What are you going to be called upon? If maybe you had millions you kept somewhere before, for you to be relevant politically, you have to start dipping your hand in that place.
You see, Osahon Barry, anyway, let's take a short pause. Now, please, the PD, I think you have that story now. Let's play it so that, because I've been told that I have some time and more. So let's play that report. And when we return, I'm going to be asking more questions on what Osahon Barry is saying right now. We'll be right back.
Edo State House of Assembly, Blessing Abubaku, members, acting chairmen of local government areas, and their councillors were received into the APC by the party's national chairman, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, represented by the party's national secretary, Senator Ajibola Bashiru. Also received into the APC were former deputy speaker, Roland Asoro, a former majority leader, Henry Okwaraobo, Edo State House of Assembly member representing Esan Central, Sunday Ifada, his counterpart representing Akoko Edo Constituency 1, Yekini Idaye, and others. Governor Bolo commended the Speaker, Blessing Abubaku, and other defectors for the bold step, assuring of equal opportunities.
Anything we are doing here today, the roads, the flyover, the agriculture, all of them is Asewaju.
Speaker, Edo State House of Assembly, Blessing Abubaku, attributed Governor Bolo's massive investments in his constituency as one of the driving factors that made him join the APC.
We, the members of the House, we have been with you and will continue to with you. We stand by you to support Asiwaju 2027.
A former governor of Edo State and senator representing Edo North, Adams Oshomole, and other party leaders comment.
Everybody is happy and they want to be in the rising Edo State. That's why you find everybody is here. More will come in.
We have seen a man who's humble, whose actions are powered by purpose, integrity, leadership.
To Ted has today moved that they are joining the party APC, whether it was against the natural norm, whether it was against the law or not, it has become a law.
Kingsley Uchewu, ITV News.
All right, thank you one more time. So that's the story we're following this morning on our discussion, talking about defection, political defection in the country, political survival or political development. And we took our cue from what happened yesterday in Edo State. So also, Abaraye, as we wrap up now, because Abuja is waiting. So what are your last words?
Yeah, I think if it's a welcome development. If I tell you I'm seated here not happy that my party now rules House of Assembly, that's stupidity. I'm very happy. It's a welcome development. Before, because sometimes some of us did not walk into the House of Assembly. Are you getting it now? Some of us could not make a call to say, this is what I want. Now we now have that. We cannot say, okay, I have a representative. Before I had the guy that was representing me was from Labour Party, do for my work. Now it's not in my party. And if he's in my party, in tandem, he knows that Osama Koba is not just somebody, he can also now answer. So to me, it's a political plus. For me, I cannot waste, I woke up around 5 to run down here. I cannot waste my time coming out to first of all think about me. First, I must think about me, because if I'm not here, people will listen. I have to eat. If I don't eat, I won't have the strength to talk. So that's what I'm saying. For me, I'm happy. If I don't talk for me before I not talk for you or people, that's stupidity. People that lived all those ones, no one is remembered today. The highest you can remember, maybe your picture or your structure is molded elsewhere, just for you to be remembered. Are you getting it now? First of all, think about yourself. If you don't think about yourself, you don't have that mental capacity, that mental development to speak here. Are you getting it now? So, am I not happy? Very happy. Do I now have the structure to say, okay, these are my, yes. Because even without when they were other part, we were friends. But when we sit together, we mind what we talk. But now when we want to talk, we will now do whatever we want to say. So for me, I'm happy. Okay. It's a welcome development.
All right, so I want to say thank you so much, Osahama Barry, for coming on the program today. Now, for politicians, particularly for members of the All Progressives Congress in Edo State, is a big plus to them, and of course, they're happy. I mean, they now have the Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, you know, Blessing Akbibako as a member of the All Progressives Congress in the state. Sheriff Blessing Akbibako as a member of the All Progressives Congress. But for governance now, this is politics now, that is politics. But for governance, the Speaker is not a Speaker of the APC. No, he is a Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly. And of course, that means that he is a Speaker of the Edo people. So please, Blessing Akbibako, let your speakership be for Edolites, not for All Progressives Congress alone, because that's the major concern, and that should be the watchword as you get along.